Today's gospel comes from Luke 16, and it's one of the most memorable parables of Jesus, and one of my favorites. It's the parable of the rich man and Lazarus. You're familiar with the story. Rich man dresses in purple garments, wears fine linen, dines sumptuously every day. There's a beggar at his door named Lazarus, and Lazarus eventually dies in his poverty, is taken to the bosom of Abraham. Rich man dies and goes to the abode of the dead. So they each receive the consequence of how they lived in this life. To me, the point of the parable isn't that the rich man is automatically bad because he's rich and the poor man is automatically good because he's poor. The sin of the rich man, as I see it, is that he chose not to see the poor man. So this man is literally hanging out right outside his house and yet chooses not to see him, is blinded by his own comfort, by his own security, by his own possessions. And so he creates already on earth this great chasm between him and the poor man. He sees nothing in common with this man. He feels no obligation to help him. So the chasm that he creates, this distance that he puts up, carries over into eternity. So when he begs Abraham to send Lazarus to give him some water from his place of torment, Abraham says, "Between us and you a great chasm is established, to prevent anyone from crossing who might wish to go from our side to yours or from your side to ours." This parable always kind of zings my heart because it begs the question, who in my life am I distancing myself from? Who am I not listening to? Who am I not helping as I should? Who are the Lazaruses at my door? And how can I better respond? So again, the sin isn't the rich man's wealth. It was his choice not to see. Lent is a great time for us to put on those Jesus glasses and really see people for who they are as beloved children of God. As Mother Teresa said in Serving the Poor are Christ in his distressing disguise. We pray that this parable may be incarnated in our hearts and in our lives this Lent as we reach out to the people in our lives. And maybe it's somebody at home, maybe it's somebody in your family. Who are the Lazaruses at the door of your heart, knocking for a kind word, knocking for some help, looking for your attention and for your mercy?